Far from the bustling crowd, a special kind of magic awaits just offshore in Lagunri Bay. Home to a world-famous barreling wave, South Nias has attracted surfers from across the globe for generations. This year, the Nias Pro promises to be another exciting spectacle, with the world's best up-and-coming surfers from Australia and Asia battling it out for QS glory on this legendary wave.
First, I want to thanks to everyone at home for supporting me, and I love you guys, and can't wait to see you guys soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Nias Pro, this is the GF, the grand final. It is Josh Kerr on our screen in the red. It is Winter Vincent, another Australian, in the blue. That's what they look like on any given day, but right now they're dripping wet. They're in a grand final, and I'm going to welcome into the booth with me Oni Anwar firstly, and also Billy Hangen. Oni.
Good afternoon, everyone. Is it afternoon? Sorry.
Almost. Almost.
Island time. Sorry. Yeah, what a great show here. I'm so grateful to be here, sitting with you guys. What a bunch of legend, and watching. One of the legend in the water right now is Josh Kerr, and also one of the up and coming generation, Winter Vince in blue.
Yep.
So, which one? Who are you going for now, Billy?
Yeah, good morning, Oni. Good morning, Mark. It's fantastic to be here. It's an all-Aussie affair, if you don't mind. Josh Kerr v. Winter Vincent. The ever-professional Josh Kerr, who's been around forever, and the young, up-and-starting Winter Vincent. It's going to be a great battle, but I was super impressed with Oceana Rogers in that semi, taking down Sierra Kerr. What a revelation she has been.
Unreal, mate. She's such a small young lady who's surfing much bigger than her stature shows. She's in the grand final, and her old man, what's his name again? Derek, is it?
Brett
will be at home. He's going to have to regroup. Might have to crack a coconut maybe, or down tools on the truck driving.
Just put the truck away, Brett. Your daughter's about to be in a QS-5000 final.
But this is the men's final. There we are, folks. It's an all-Australian affair. Winter Vincent, Josh Kerr, and next up will be Ella McCaffrey and Oceana Rogers. But meanwhile, two complete different stories in the lineup here. We have Winter Vincent, who is 19 years of age, on the rise. He's on the Challenger Series, so he'll be going to Bolito. He wants to do what Josh Kerr's done throughout his career, and Josh is here after having done everything across championship tour events, aerial shows, clips, everything. A dad, totally different story, Oni. So it's a real mix of two different tales here.
Yeah, definitely the whole package what Josh Kerr brought in this event, inspiring her, his young daughter, coming out semi-final. There, it's a good result for our young surfer in red, Sierra Kerr. Still bright. She's only 15 years old, and already doing amazing airs too. So she came to a stab high at Lakey Peak. She did one. I think she won it, and come in here, get some points for the Challenger Series. Why not?
All right, Bill, your thoughts?
Well, my thoughts can wait, mate, because this is Josh Kerr. He is up and riding. We are away in the men's final for this QE-5000. That's super deep. He ain't coming out.
I like his mode, though. That was a sick wave. He got on the pump super early, so you always knew he was probably going to be either deep or an 11-point ride. But he can do just about anything, Bill, and he's... I've got to let you in on a little secret. He's a 147, could have been an 8 or a 9 or a 10. Great wave. But I'll let you in on a little secret, some secret Kerr business. Before their finals and their matchups, they're both down there together, and I saw them do this funky little, what I thought was a paper, rock, scissors thing. I said, Josh, what was the paper, rock, scissors about? He's gone, no. We got the secret Kerr handshake, right? We did this secret handshake. We then do the paper, rock, scissors. We have a kiss, and that's their last preparation before they hit the lineup. So
that's the dream, mate. The dream was for Josh to get into the finals of the men. He did that. The dream was to have Sierra in the women's final. That didn't happen. Does that play on Josh's mind right now?
Look, he may not know, because he's focused. He paddled off. He was in the channel. He watched Sierra's last wave. He probably has heard the number, I suppose. He might be a little bit disappointed there, but, he's got to maintain his focus now because he's been one of the best surfers here all week, and he's done a little bit of everything on it. How much have you enjoyed having someone like Josh at this event?
You know what? I love that Twinny. I'm gonna steal it of him after. But he's saying no. I have to go to J Bay, South Africa after this. So he's busy, man. Definitely not, because he still needs his quiver. But his wife is bringing some board over for him. But what a great start for our surfer in red, Josh Kerr, and trying to put as soon as possible a pressure to our surfer in blue. But Vincent been posting some excellent scores the last couple of days. Everyone is watching. You gotta watch out for this guy. He's coming in hot.
Now, what I also noticed, guys, is a lot of the big-time Australians, the alpha dogs, have all moved into the athlete zone to come and pay homage to the men's final. I saw probably 6 or 7 Aussies coming down right now, and they're parked up there. You could just about hear it echo in the athlete zone just a moments ago, but it's now full with all the boys. There's a lot of them on the chair right there, actually. That's where most of them are parked up, but they all came down to...
Wiley?
Yep, there's a few of them. I saw Dylan, I saw Cooper. There's quite a few there. They're, it's good to see the support they give each other.
Bit of info for you, Mark. It's on. Men's Pro Junior round of 32 will commence at 1 p.m.
All right. Well, that's good news for the Groms.
Yeah, definitely good news for the ground, because after watching the final of the men's, Josh Kerr and Vincent, they will be psyched to get out there, and they want to show us how the juniors does it.
All right, so Ani, you were a competitor in this event, and you've been doing the rounds for a long time, and we've seen Winter Vincent for a number of times now. The number in for Josh, just a 517. But what's your feeling, and what can you tell us about Winter Vincent?
Well, I've been training with him in the Gold Coast when he was a Grom. He's literally a little midget when I saw him, but now he's a avatar.
He kind of is,
so
isn't
my
he?
neck was hurting when I was interviewing him when he won the heat, so I was like really uncomfortable sitting there looking at the Grom, and now he's a big man. So yeah, he's a really cool man, very humble and stylish, good looking, of course. And he's not really feeling well, to be honest. Whoever was watching, is I think he told me he either get dengue. I don't know what he's feeling, but I told him that it's working for him, So being that chill and not rushing anything, he's picking the right wave, timing at the right place. Every time he's surfing, it's just on point. What I see, so he's improving a lot since last time I saw him.
Yeah, well, let's kind of get one thing straight. He hasn't got dengue. If he had dengue, he'd be out there. He would be sitting in bed and not being able to walk. So, Mr. and Mrs. Vincent watching around the world,
he
your son does not have dengue.
dengue.
He's just feeling a bit under the weather.
All right, so it is the Avatar up against 007. This men's final. I mean, Kersey's so slick, and he's done everything. I mean, down in the athlete area, mate, when Josh walks in, what's the vibe, Ani?
He's chilling. The athlete area, everyone is just like two Aussies that are stoked. It's going to be a huge celebration after this, because a surfer both from the Gold Coast and from New South Wales, Winter Vince, is going to huge party maybe tonight. So all the boys are coming here to cheer up for the action.
All right, so 517 is the only early number of note here in the men's grand final. Josh Kerr got a nice thread. But the judges, to win a 5,000, they want to see somebody on a bomb. They want to see them take off really deep, and they want to see them make the impossible before they're prepared to throw a 10. We got pretty close a couple of times today, but Billy, take us through.
On the phone, this is 007 getting that highline speed going. He's been having this on tap the entire event. Hooks it around on that twin fin. It's probably about a 5.7, finds the pocket again. This surfing is timeless. It's beautiful to watch.
Ani, do you like that?
I love it. How smooth is that? Everything that CT Surfers does, he has it. So he's showing us how to actually, this bottom turn, top flowing, riding out, not making any wobble. But let's look at a replay shortly for everyone who's watching.
It's amazing how he can make his twin fins hold in at such speed on such a wall with the push this wave gives you. It's his signature board company that he's sort of launching. We had a little soft opening during the Crewy Pro, but he's launching his signature brand shortly, and it's a great advertisement for the draft label when it does come out.
The first draft of the draft, if you like.
Yes, there you go. I like where you went with that, Billy. I'm sure there'll be a few drafts involved this afternoon. Ka-chink. But I just noticed Sierra Kerr caddying in the channel, laying there on the board.
Very good.
Yep, sitting there with a Rashi on, so she'll be a little bit disappointed, but there's still plenty of Kerr business left in this Nias Pro.
And there's also plenty of career ahead of Sierra Kerr. Oni just reminding us, she's 15 years old.
No way, 15.
Yeah.
Well,
Very bright and shine for the young up-and-coming surfer. We can see.
Oni, what did you like?
I love how he set it up highline for this one, but this is my favorite turn right here. Zah, smooth roller spray into this pocket return. Bam, like that one that's hard to do. Right out perfectly like that is just perfect.
Well, is he the best twin fin surfer since MR?
It's not my answer.
I know.
That's-
MR wasn't even. You weren't even around when MR was doing his thing. So
Yeah,
Mark
no.
Richards had his Oni just to be.
Maybe we can ask
just to be
Billy.
sure.
Yeah, no one's even close to MR on the number one fan in the world, I think. But there's a big movement, mate, especially through Southern California for the twin fin surfboard. You know, a lot of those waves down there don't have a lot of power, and we know that's where Kersey's missile was from. And the best in the world, yeah, okay, yeah, I'm backing it. I haven't seen anyone do that in powerful waves like Nias. You know, that we've seen a lot of surfers get thrown off their boards, and they tried that vertical attack at the well there before.
Yep.
And Kersey just made it look as easy as pie. So, rightio, let's
Numbers
put it
in,
out
Bill.
there.
The
The best twin fin rider in the world is here at the Nias Pro
Oh,
for
right.
2024,
It's official.
and he's coughed up a 4.60.
Well, I reckon since MR, because MR's won 4 world titles, so we've got to pay homage to that. Let's have a look. Bit of movement in the station. Josh is deep. He makes Winter pull the trigger here, Oni.
Yeah, this is Winter's second wave. Nice blowtail right there. He's pushing it a little hard because he knows that he's surfing against Josh Kerr. He doesn't really need to push that hard because he has the power under this guy's feet. So, but he will adjust, as you can see that wave really kind of the board slide out.
What I firmly believe too, guys, is neither of these surfers need to do turns to win this thing. I think you've got to get 2 ways where you're well barreled.
Yep. Yeah, the turns are just the garnish on the dinner plate, aren't they? But you're right, Oni. We haven't seen Winter fall off too much in this draw, so very uncharacteristic fumble there. But I'm sure he'll get out the back, take a few deep breaths, get his game plan sorted in his head. He seems to have all the ducks in a row when it comes to competition surfing, is Winter Vincent. And can't wait for the next 21.5 minutes.
Yeah, I'm going back to what about the board before. Josh Kerr promised me he's going to make one for me. So when he win, I don't know, first or second, whoever win this contest, but I'm still coming to Josh Kerr. Josh, where's my board? And
Well, I reckon.
speaking of the best twin fin contest, I think Josh Kerr right now, he does club sandwich on a 20.
Yeah, no
He
one does
does.
that.
He can do anything. The big power 360 was a bit of a highlight for me today as well. But here goes the man in question. Kersey's 4th wave now, folks. He's deep. He's on the
Kidding
pump
me.
early. He's now in the hole. He's looking out for a clean exit. And he just lays that twin fin on rail. Geez, nobody does it better than that. That is so good. There.
Loving it.
He could do it blindfolded. That was
Wicked.
so good.
I can't wait to see the front on view from that. It looked awesome from the drone angle in the channel. How is the effortless style of Josh Kerr? Once he's in the hole, he just looks like he's at home.
Set it up early with some serious pump business before he held his line and just went, okay, I've got enough speed now. Now to get that line, maintain the vision, straight out on the shoulder. Winter Vincent was paddling out when all that went on. So he would have seen it all.
Right in his face.
Yep, right
Here
in
we
his
go, have a
face.
look at this. The front on angle. Yeah, you're right, there's those couple of pumps. He disappears, everything board and all. And this carve was a little bit shuddery because he's going so fast when you come out of those things. He's happy.
Little signature Kersey sign off. So a bit more Kerr action to love. The judges are starting to soak it up as well because it's all about the tube ride. Oni, what's that number that's just dropped?
Well, that score came into a 6.83. So Yeah, very great technique for our surfer in red. Currently already in first place, putting pressure on our surfer in blue. Looking for a 9-point ride, but there's still 20 minutes to go. Everyone is watching. Just stay tight and there will be more action coming.
Oh, he can do it. Winter Vincent's got tricks up his sleeve. Hey, just a quick one. Ty Graham, if you're listening, how about an invite for Kersey to the 20 Finny contest next year? He's got to be an absolute shoe-in. Drop me a message. See if you want Kersey to come over to the lawn and get amongst it, mate.
Yeah, I'm sure Sierra will love that as well.
Yep.
What about you, Oni? You been in the 20 Fin contest?
Yes, I love that event. Actually, Billy was there watching me surfing. That was one of the first twin fin contests at Canggu. What a vibe over there. Everybody just cruising, chilling there at the lawn. But I would love to see some nice, perfect right-hander though, because that's more like my bread and butter.
Well, Kersey, those sort of events are tailor-made for someone like him. So at some point, I'm sure he investigates that kind of an invite. He's already in the lead with a 12-point two-wave total, a big number needed for Winter. He won't be bothered, mate. His last effort, he got a 9.67. He's also been posting high nines throughout the last couple of rounds. Deadly competitor out of that New South Wales training program that we saw down in Koori. Bill, you want to enlighten us a bit more about that?
Yeah, well, Noodles Webster has got onto it, and there's a few people around the northern beaches of Sydney. They want to restore that North Narrabeen board riders and the surrounding areas to the top of the world. It has produced world champions in the past, and there's a big push on. It's attracted the likes of Johnny Cannon.
Kai Otten.
Kai Otten was there. The great Matt Cattle is kind of running the show, and it was a real solid team. And those grommets didn't stop looking for waves the whole time we were in Koori.
Well, they had Nathan Hedge there as well, the world's oldest frother, surely.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, so yeah,
What a
it's
solid
a
team.
really cool scene, and it's infrastructure and a bunch of ex-pros who have done it all before. And if you've got that behind you and that sort of advice, things looking up for the northern beaches of Sydney.
So Winter's on that program, and he copped a 5th down there in Koori. He's got at least no, he didn't like it at all. I think his board felt the wrath of the big fella at the end of that quarter final, but he got a quarter down there. Either way, win, lose or draw, this is a big moment right here. But they both want the win. 5,000 points is stuff you can't buy, Oni.
Mate, I reckon Kersey, but look at that, the paddle around, a bit of cat and mouse. He hasn't done this the whole draw. I reckon the eyes are rolled back. He's thinking he's back in the CT.
The jersey's on, and I guess it's he's back in the zone. He's done this before, mate, so he's gone into autopilot. Whether he likes it or not, his brain is still a mean competitor.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a QS-5000. I'd love to see Kersey, Mick Fanning, or Joe Parkinson out here next year, probably, if he's going to be running again. So the boys at home who are watching, shout out.
I reckon next year, Oni, this is going to be the hardest contest in the world to get into because there can only be so many spaces. But I reckon Pete Hayes already asked me how much is the entry fee. Friends want to get in. You're going to have a high ranking, I think, to be considered in the draw next year because no one's going to want to miss out.
Yeah, speaking out of that, speaking how cool is having the squad before from the New South Wales team come into this event. Such a big point to grab for all the up and coming surfers around Australia. And I would love to build that at Lucky Peak as well. That's what the cool thing for those guys, inspiring someone like me. Want to bring it like the whole Indonesia with us to compete against the best of the best around the world.
That's not a happy look on Mark's face. You want to bring all of Indonesia to Lakey Peak.
Oh, no. I was going to say, like, I want to build, like, surf training center.
In Lombok.
Okay.
Lombok. All right.
In the best perfect left and right. That'll be really excellent surfing there from Rajo Barrel, Ronson. There's got many good breeding from there.
Tipping we're going to see some excellent surfing right about now, folks. If you are listening online, there is something about to happen, so take note on your computers, your TVs or your phones, because here is the big fella, Winter Vincent.
Oh, yeah.
He's now parked himself well and truly behind the curtain. A clean thread there for the big fella. decides to throw down a bit of rail work, tags the whitewash. That's kind of hard to do as well. A good read there. That keeps him in the conversation. Definitely going to be Winter's best score. Definitely won't be the 9, but he's narrowing the gap, I'd say.
Yeah, you don't see Winter Vincent making too many mistakes in a row. So one little hiccup already, and don't expect to see too many more.
Back in the conversation. Here it is again. Oni, what did you like, mate?
I love how being patient he is in the barrel right now, and still it's covered up here. Look at this carve right here. Just taking it easy. Come back all the way around the pocket, kicks out, trying to go back to back. But I think Kersey will answer back with that one for sure, as he has power right now.
Well, Kersey will still be in the lead. All right, so Josh is he's been in pressure situations before. Winter is got to see how he responds under pressure now, because he will still be second. Definitely won't be the 9 he needs. But what's deadly for Josh, what's deadly for Winter is that Josh has got priority, could easily burn off a 5.17, and with the skill set of the man on the twin fin, I reckon at the moment it's quite a big advantage for Josh Kerr. Out the back, look at that stuff at spot X.
Sabatu, someone's in the barrel, look at that. Whoa! That's a big one right there, Mark.
And during the week, Kersey went and had a taste of that as well. Him and his daughter went and did some step-offs on the skis. They were the first ones to take it on during this event. When I asked him about that, he said, but could you not mention it on the webcast? Here's Winter.
Yeah, Winter Vincent cranking one off the top. This is the second wave in a very short period of time, so it looks like he's got the bit between his teeth and he's cantering on home. Wow, effortless.
Still owed 2 scores from Winter to have an accurate read on where we're at on the leaderboard. I reckon his second last wave will totally drop into his top 2. It'll narrow the gap. He won't have needed the 9, which we can still see on our monitor. Second wave, I don't think anywhere near as good as his first, that last effort actually. So I think Winter's got one good number to come and potentially a throwaway. It's all about the tube ride, right, Oni?
Yeah, that's exactly right, Mark. The tube ride will get rewarded, but the tide just filling up, and I think the judges will see more of a maneuver out there right now. There he goes. The scores are in for our last of blue. A 6.43 for the second last of blue, sorry. Then will be one more score coming in soon for our surfer in blue, Winter Vincent.
Yep, so just starting to get his groove on now, you know, a couple of fails early in the piece. He's now strung together a second score for Winter, which is 3.6, is it? Yep, 3.6. So getting some wax under the feet, just getting settled, you know, starting to get into a bit of rhythm with the ocean now is Winter. 4 waves apiece. We've got 12 points versus 10.03. Advantage, I still see it sits with Kersey having priority. Some of these A-grade waves this morning are in kind of short supply. We saw Ryaru Ito in a semi-final get a little bit skunked. Lived and died by the sword, did a Japanese campaigner. Only one wave, he held firm all the way to the buzzer and went, I'm not going to sacrifice my game plan and compromise his act, and he didn't catch a second wave. So for me, big advantage for Kersey.
Yeah, I mean, it worked well for him, for Ryaru Ito. The last couple of heats, being patient. He actually beat me last 50-second, that guy. So
And Bronson.
In Bronson,
Yeah,
he beat both the Lucky Pig boys. So
Him and Shohei.
Ryaru Ito,
Yeah.
he known as the really being patient, paid him off. But today, it didn't pay him off. Winter Vincent's a dangerous opponent for him. So yeah, right now is the final of a Nias Pro QS-5000 of the men 2024. As you can see, some waves rolling into now, Mark, Billy.
Yep, and a quick one on Ryaru as well, just a bit of homage where it's due. One of the world's best backhand tube riding techniques. Everybody's been throwing that claim around. Would have won a lot of fans here this week, you know. Only one wave in a semi-final, happened in the first 3 minutes. Wasn't his fault that he didn't get the opportunity, but everybody will remember that name, Ryaru Ito.
Yeah, it's a big wave charger. He spent a lot of time in Hawaii, Tahiti. If you look at his Instagram, some gnarly late drop into these big barrels. And when you see him in real life, he looked like someone who worked in the city.
Yeah.
He's kind of a small, unassuming dude, isn't he? He's not like the big alpha dog. He doesn't flex around. Anyway, I love his act. So we can see the sign in the background. That's where we're at, folks. Saraki Beach in the world famous Lagundri Bay in Nias, South Nias. If you want to get here, well, you've got to get your act somehow to Medan, where you get the last flight over to Gunung Sitoli. Get yourself in a car ride, but roughly 3 hours down to the point. Park up here and enjoy this world famous wave. Oni, first time you were here was when?
I came here 2014. Came with is a judge at the moment, Garut Widyarta and Pete Frieden. He took me out to Sabatu, and then it was like 20 foot, and I was really losing myself. I could not surf that by myself.
Take us through this one, Oni.
This is our surfer in blue, Winter Vincent. Nice setup line right here. Looks a lot of power and speed flow on this one, but just one turn, that's not enough. But as I see at the back, our surfer in red. There will be some sets coming through soon.
Yep, so that wave and that effort there of Winters probably not even going to drop into his top two. It doesn't, Bill. It's in at a mid two, is that right?
3.43.
3.43, so it doesn't factor in. A well measured one single manoeuvre. He got to the bottom, realised there was no steep second bit, no point hanging on that one. Out he goes to utilise the back. 8.20 remaining in this final. At the end of this final, there will be a short presentation down on the beach, everybody, down on the shoreline. So we will roll straight into the women's final, but we'll go down and have a chat with the winner, whoever it is, of this men's final. We're going to hand over the official check. We'll have a quick words from whoever wins. Of course, the opening ceremony will go down on Saturday when the trophies get handed over, and all the officialdom will go down for the closing ceremony.
Yeah, I see Oni Onwa's got his batik shirt under iron as we speak. That closing ceremony will be an absolute cracker. Yeah, a 3.43, not much going on for Winter in that last attempt. It's a really good turn though. His style and his technique is spot on. Josh Kerr holds on to the lead with 7:30 remaining. 5.58 is not a big requirement for Winter Vincent, so it is on. Game on. Josh Kerr with first priority.
And you can see Josh's tactic now. He's ridden 4 waves. He's got 2 numbers. He's already been tubed once on his previous wave, and he's like, right now, he knows it's time to upgrade that total. There's no more fluffing around and just building a house.
No.
It's time to go big. The back end of the final here, Oni, with 7 minutes remaining. Winter's caught a couple of waves under his guard because he has to get busy. Josh doesn't. So 2 different mindsets here. And Josh will be waiting for a deep, long tube, and that's all he wants from this point on.
Yeah, well, Winter Vincent only require 5.5 to go in first place right now to put back pressure to Josh Kerr, but Josh Kerr has the priority, so it's gonna be either if Josh Kerr get a set, he has to ride out that barrel. Otherwise, Winter Vincent will jump in first and then still play the game because there's 6 minutes to go. Still plenty of time in this heat, and the winner is still, the door is still wide open for both of these surfer.
Hope you're enjoying the show at home, everybody. This is finals day. Pro Junior Surfing will start today at 1 o'clock. So at the end of the women's round, we'll have a breather. We will, the women's final, we'll have a breather. Quick presentation down there for the women's. We'll have a bit of a breather, lunchtime, and then we're going to get the Groms out there to froth out big time in Lagundri Bay. They've been most well behaved. They haven't had too many opportunities with the rashies on, so I reckon it's going to be Grom Fest this afternoon.
Yeah, send them out there, Froth Fest.
So a lot of these waves you're seeing rolling in now, guys, on the inside they're going really good, all right? But the respect to each other is they want sets to win. The judging panel have probably been well instructed by Ty Conigan. Big waves, big throaty barrels, boys. We're trying to work out who deserves 5,000 points here.
Oh, that's a good looking wave, Mark. It'd
That
be hard
is
to resist.
On the inside, that wave would be well fought over. Something now, maybe. Kersey looks. He wants a piece of this. He's on the paddle. He sat there for a long time with priority, so he's looking down the line, has not stopped glaring down the line at what's ahead of him. And here is what ahead of him, folks. He's in the hole. He's got a good look at it. We can see you, Kersey. The drone footage so sick.
Wow.
And buries a bit more rail on the twin fin. Out he goes. That was so good.
Look out the back. This is Winter Vincent. He's deep. He's really deep. This could be the final winner. He's come out. That was super impressive by the New South Welsh. And my goodness me, Winter Vincent has put the challenge straight in the face of Josh Kerr. There's 4.5 minutes remaining here. It's going to have to be an answer back from the man in red.
Oh, man, I can't stop clapping. Josh Kerr, he threw the gauntlet down, but the young fella, the 19-year-old, he got the best of it. Hands down, that was the sickest tube. Do the judges throw the number?
How was the little double guns that Kersey brought out after his barrel? He will have looked over his shoulder, and I'll put those guns away for right now, because Winter Vincent, man, he was super deep and behind that curtain for a long time.
Well, Winter's come out with the pump-action shotgun, put Kersey's pistols away.
Wow, what an exciting exchange. 4 minutes to go.
This will have a major bearing on who wins, all right? They've thrown an 8.50 at Josh. The number needed by Winter is what, Bill?
8.90.
Oh, I think we see a change on the leaderboard.
Yeah, 100%. It will be a change of situation.
Numbers dropping.
There you go, a 9.63 for last wave of Winter Vincent. Now Josh Kerr in second place, looking for a 7.57. There is 3 minutes and 20 seconds to go.
Winter picks up top priority as well.
Wow.
Huge turning point at the back end of this final. Oh my God. Here it is again for your viewing pleasure, everybody. Let's check it out. Kersey took the first wave. He'll be bummed.
It was an excellent tube, Mark. He was back there. He's super stylish, getting that twin fin moving. Love the mid-face gouge. Super confident when he came over the shoulder there. A couple of guns. Check that out. But in the reverse was this. Winter Vincent, you could have written him off 2 seconds ago before he came out of the exit.
Well, I'm not game to write him off anytime he pulls in, mate. He's showing his tube riding prowess throughout this event. Every round for probably the last 3 or 4 rounds, mate, he's been well into the 9s and the high 9s. So he's not doing anything different than what he's done all week. Winter Vincent now. Kersey comes and sits next to him with a 2.5 minutes remaining. If I was Winter right now, I'd say, can I get the score update, please, beach commentator?
I didn't hear it. How you like those biscuits, Kersey? That's what you'd be up against.
Well, 16.06 versus 15.33 on the two-wave totals. A big shift in momentum out of a two-wave set. The two-wave sets have been a kind of short supply, but right on cue. Thanks, Huey.
Would have been a brave man to pass that first wave up, though, Mark.
Yeah,
from
true
Kersey,
that.
so he kind of had no choice but to go. You can't let someone like Winter Vincent have a good-looking set under your priority. So definitely wasn't a mistake or a bit of a hiccup from Kersey, but Winter Vincent there right on the spot to capitalise.
There you go, 1 minute and 40 to go. So this is exciting moment for everyone who's watching. It's QS-5000 Nias Pro 2024. What a way to finish.
Well, it's not over yet. 90 seconds and then a women's final. Gromfest of the afternoon out there with the Pro Juniors about to strut their stuff. But a huge turning point right there. Josh sat for a long time, knowing he's got a mean competitor in Winter Vincent. Winter probably could not believe his eyes when he watched Kersey paddle in that first thing, paddled over it, went, oh my God.
Oh, how was it? Yeah. Oh, it was a great looking wave. One of those sets you'd just be crossing your fingers and throwing up all your mojo to Huey. Just send me one more. I've got to beat this guy. And Huey provided in spades.
And you know what? Like, love both these acts in the water. These 5,000 points mean a lot more to Winter Vincent than they do to Josh Kerr.
Yep, true. Right? And he's fought for him too. Good on him.
Yeah. So there might be another chapter left of this final with 35 seconds to go. The boys are on the paddle. Winter's got priority, so Josh is going to have to hope there's 2 of them, or Winter makes a little blunder. 25 seconds. This could be maybe the last wave to roll through. Kersey's going to have to go.
Yep, he's got to go the inside, mate. This one could run off. A 7.57 is not a massive ask. That's a brave move to let someone like Josh Kerr paddle into this thing. He gets this 5.720 going. Not much tube on action, so he's got to go to the turns. Kind of a stock standard cut back and a carving 3-0 that's not successful. A bit of body surfing.
Hang
and out
on.
the back, Winter has just slammed the door shut in Kersey's face. He goes, take that. What a fantastic way to finish the men's final here at the QS-5000. Whee!
Oh my God, there's a victory lap if ever I've seen one. He was burning off a 6:43 for sure. He's done that. Another massive. Didn't even see the whole takeoff. We didn't see him drop into that. So maybe we've got the replay to confirm exactly how good that last wave of blues was. But
Nice.
either way, Winter Vincent will win the Nias Pro men's 5,000 in a huge moment. I think we're going to do a little prezzo, so I'm going to have to race down there and get that done. We'll give him a little moment in the channel there to regroup, and Kersey and Sierra are having a little debrief.
Oh, they'll be happy, mate.
They'll be happy.
Yep.
Josh has put on a great... He had to go that wave. You're right, Bill.
Yep.
He sat there for so long. He had to take the first wave of that two-wave set. Winter, the beneficiary of two absolute bombs at the back end of this final. I don't even know what his final number was. Maybe we could somehow bring up the totals and find out. What was his big total, Bill? Winter Vincent.
18.46.
All right, so he had a 9.6 something, so it's gone pretty close to another 9. And he's in the channel now. Debrief with Josh Kerr. We'll give him that moment. I think we are going to start the women's final shortly. It's going to be Billy hanging.
Yep.
Up and coming. Far from the bustling crowd, a special kind of magical awaits just offshore in Gundry Bay. Home to a world-famous barreling wave, South Nias has attracted surfers from across the globe for generations. This year, the Nias Pro promises to be another exciting spectacle, with the world's best up-and-coming surfers from Australia and Asia battling it out for QS glory on this legendary wave.
First, I want to thanks to everyone at home for supporting me, and I love you guys, and can't wait to see you guys soon.
All right, look at the celebrations here. That is Winter Vincent. He is the winner of the men's final. Can't believe it. He had to overcome a rampaging Josh Kerr, who was pushing that twin fin through its paces. The celebrations, Jackie Thomas loves it. All right, the young fellas, all those points are going to mean so much to him. Having a good crack at the Challenger Series. You don't know what's going to happen during the year, so the lads are going to cheer him up over the rocks. That's a really brave move. Let's hope they got their good thongs on. Fantastic scenes down here. Congratulations, Winter Vincent, the 2024 Nias Pro champion. You can see it there on the bottom of your screen. It's going to be raucous celebrations tonight here at Pantai Sorake. All right, what do you think of that, Gia? Welcome back.
Yep, that is some incredible stuff. I mean, Winter has been feeling pretty sick almost this whole event. So,
Yeah.
And he has not made any mistakes. He won the event. That is some incredible stuff. Definitely a moment he will never forget.